Hello everyone, my name is Fafa Gilbert and welcome to my creative African cooking channel Ndudu by Fafa. It's not any other food, it's Ndudu, where flavors are enhanced, natural flavors of course, and then the dancing goes on, and it's like the best dishes ever from the continent. Now today, what I've done, oh my god. Now this right here is like gold to me. These leaves, Molokhia leaves, we call it Ademe. I'll tell you what, are my favorite leaves in the entire world. And I'm actually going to be making Ademe Detchi, which is actually Molokhia soup. Now of course Molokhia leaves actually dates back to 5000 BC, and you know what's the main dish for the Egyptians, and it was actually known as food for the gods because it's so nutritious. And all I'm just going to do is actually cook this in a beautiful fish stock. It's just going to be incredible. I mean, my mom and my best friends have done really well with this one because this is like the best that they could have done for me. Within 12 hours, I've had these leaves shipped from Ghana straight to my kitchen. And I can't wait to cook this to just show you my favorite dish in the entire world. Hey, my where in it? Yeah, you're invited. Hey, I'm not even finished cooking the thing now. Look at me. I'm just sitting there salivating. Charlie, this is going to be the golden soup. Unza. You know what I'm going to do? Christmas. Hey, we're in the middle for Christmas. Unza. Yes. Anyway, I hope you stick around to actually see exactly what I make with this. So the Ademe leaves or Molokhia leaves, they are quite popular in both the northern part of Africa and western part of Africa. Understandably, it was discovered in Egypt like 5000 BC, and it was the food of the gods. Of course, Sudan as well also enjoyed the Molokhia soup. We have Nigeria as well. They name it as the Ewedu soup. I hope I've pronounced it correctly. If not, please forgive me. And then the northern part of Ghana, they do make a dish called Tuo Zaafi, which actually has the Molokhia leaves also involved in that. The areas of Ghana also make the Ademe Detchi, which is what I'm actually making today. And the Togolese actually make Ademe Dessi. It's just the same, but they say it as Ademe Dessi and we say it Ademe Detchi. So it's a similar language, but we pronounce our words slightly different, but we do understand each other. And this dish is one of my favorites. It's actually the favorite dish of mine forever, actually. I'm so happy and I couldn't wait. I had to film this and upload it. Now, I'm going to wash these leaves and I'm going to pay homage to Mama Bello. I can't believe this. It's like my mom and my best friends actually worked together to get me these fresh leaves straight from Ghana under 12 hours. I mean, seriously. I'm so lucky, aren't I? So when I received the leaves, I actually called my mom to thank her and told her how excited I was. And boy, she couldn't wait to give me her strict instructions. She's like, make sure that you wash those leaves thoroughly, you wash it in salty water, and then you can use it. So of course, I always listen to my mom, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So I'm washing the leaves till it's clean, and also in salty water as per her instructions. It is a big deal to actually get fresh Molokhia leaves in the UK, especially the ones that we actually use in Ghana, because they're organic and it's better and it's sweeter and I love it. I prefer that anyway. Usually one would actually use the frozen ones, which are actually blended, and yes, it does the job, but it's not as great. So of course this is a big deal. I'm so excited. So I've washed it, I think I washed it about 3 times, and it's now clear and ready for me to actually start cooking. So because I'm actually going to be making a whole seafood soup, I've got my barracuda that I've actually grilled. So it's got that intense flavor. And I've also got some tilapia pieces here as well that I've done exactly the same too. I've got my crabs and I've got my prawns. So this is a medley. Absolutely. It's going to be incredible, Ankasa. So to start this off, I'm actually going to be steaming my crab. And yes, because I want the flavors to enhance. And also, it's almost like I'm making a stock. So I've got the crabs in here. Now to a saucepan, add 500 milliliters of water and your crabs. And I've blended some ginger, onion, garlic and aniseed together. And I've got 40 grams of it that I'm adding to my stock. So I'm actually making my stock as we speak. So mix everything together till it's well combined. And I'm going to bring it to the boil. Now before I bring it to the boil, I'm actually going to slice one large onion and add that to it because it's going to give it that extra flavor and it's just lovely. And of course, when mom actually sent over the Ademe or the Molokhia leaves, she also sent me some fresh chili peppers or my green chilies. She was like, oh my god, boy, and I love these type of chilies because they're so aromatic. It's not as spicy as a habanero chili is. I haven't actually broken them, I've just left them whole, so it's just to allow the infusion to take place. So here I've actually got my grilled barracuda. I'm just going to take the skin off. And it's dry, nice and dry, a little bit firm because I purposely cooked it that way so that I can actually cook it in the soup. I've just seen that that skin has actually got some of the barracuda in there. I'm going to bring that back. Don't worry about it. There's no waste in this kitchen. Let's see. Oh look, it's just breaking nicely. Look at that. Allah, Allah. Just take the bones out. It's not pleasant, but it's okay, you know, eat the bones sometimes, and I like that. It's not any fanciful stuff, but this is just natural flavors, enhancing the natural flavors. If I'm not careful, those end up in my mouth. So no, don't do that. Hey, no waste though, no waste in this kitchen. So yeah. That's it. Perfect. This is going to my mouth. Now the best type of fish actually for this soup is smoked mackerel. It's incredible. But I didn't have any with me today. What I did have was my barracuda and tilapia. So I was like, yeah, I'll just use that. But yes, for best results, try the mackerel. That's just on another level. So of course, mackerel, crabs, prawns, you know, be as creative as you want to be, you know. At this point, my stock has actually come to the boil. So I'm actually going to be adding my zomi, or let's say spiced palm oil, to the stock. I'm adding about a ladle full. Now this is optional. You can actually choose to omit this altogether and you know you don't need to add that, but of course I'm actually showing how we make it. Now I stand to be corrected, but I've actually tried using some various palm oils that have been available in the UK, and I've been disappointed so far because they just don't taste right. Reason why, I guess, is because I grew up with zomi. Zomi, it's like a beautiful spiced palm oil, which is like incredible. It's creamy, it's sweet. You don't even need to fry, you know, you can just taste it and even eat it just like that. That is how good it is. So in these cases, when I actually do use the palm oil here, I need to actually boil it. So I've actually added it to my stock much earlier, and I'm going to be boiling this mixture for up to half an hour because I also need to reduce the stock before I actually introduce the leaves to it. So yeah. So after washing my leaves, I'm actually just roughly chopping it. I'm not actually going to chop it into very tiny pieces. No, it's just to like, you know, just play with it a bit and just to allow it to steam quickly as well. So yes, and then I've actually got one large onion that I've also diced because I'm going to be steaming the vegetable, the Molokhia leaves separately. Reason is I don't want to overcook it, and I don't want it overdone. I want it perfect. And this is me. Now, what I've actually got here is I'm grating some ginger, just about a teaspoonful of ginger on top of my Molokhia leaves. I'm just going to be steaming the Molokhia leaves separately, as I said, and I think that the inclusion of the ginger just refreshes the taste. It gives it that little kick. Now, one thing about this dish is you just don't want it to be too spicy. So you notice all the chilies that I do add, they are whole, they're not broken. So that allows the eater to actually break it if they actually want it really that spicy. But if not, they can actually ignore it altogether. So at this point, my stock is actually has boiled for about 30 minutes. So I'm actually now adding my fish. And yes, so I added the barracuda and I'm adding the tilapia. I know when I actually was speaking to my mom, she was like, gosh, how much fish are you using? I was like, yeah, Mom, this is like once in like how many years opportunity. I'm making this and reserving the rest. Of course, I need to. So yes, but you can reduce the amount of fish that you use. But as I said earlier, you can also try using mackerel. So at this point, I have got my onions and Dessi, which is the green chilies from Ghana, and about 200 milliliters of water that I'm now steaming the vegetables in. Now, in a bid to actually activate the mucilaginous structure of the plant, I'm actually going to stir this vigorously, but I'm also going to add some bicarbonate of soda in the absence of using my account or account as we say it. And as I said, by stirring it vigorously, that would activate the mucilaginous nature of the plant. Now, this plant is so nutritious. Ademe is so nutritious. It's rich in iron and it's very good for your digestive system as well, which can only help. And that's why I love it. So if let's say you do suffer from bloating, this is one of the vegetables you should include in your diet. It's just great. So at this point, I think I've actually got that perfect consistency that I'm actually looking for. And my stock with my fish and crab, this is what I call the party dish, is ready. Now, yet again, I'm actually trying to revive the flavor. So I'm just adding a little bit of the ginger. So this grated ginger is going a long way. I do like that sort of like gingery taste. This is optional. You don't have to do it. But I like it because it revives the flavor because the stock has actually been boiling for a while. And yes, my stock's almost ready, so now I'm just going to add my steamed vegetables to it. And at this point, I've only got about 4 minutes left of cooking. Now, just mix everything together. Now, when you're stirring, just to be careful that you don't break all the fish, you stir from the bottom up. And so, yeah, some of the fish would actually break, but not all of it. So at least I did get a few whole fish pieces in there. I mean, yes, when I showed it to my mom, I was like, oh, Mom, look. She goes like, gosh, this is more like a fish soup. But anyway, at this point, I'm not going to be adding my prawns because I like my prawns not to be overcooked. So I'm going to use a residual heat to actually cook these prawns. So because the soup is still hot and I'm just sticking them deep down in there so that the heat actually works in. And now I'm going to add my green chilies again and some onions for that crunch because it's all about the flavor as well as the texture. So you have this beautiful crunch that you bite into. You've got your fish and then the chili. I'll tell you what, these types of chilies are just great. I wish I actually knew the English name. I'll try and find out actually. But yeah, my dish is ready. This is just beautiful. You can enjoy this with some banku, amokla, kenke, abolo. I really do like this with abolo. It's really good. Now, I have got an abolo recipe coming up, so do stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed yet, this is the time for you to click that subscribe button. Be inspired to try the recipe. Leave a comment below with your feedback and also share with your family and friends because I'd like to grow this channel. I want this channel to grow. We want to take it to the next level, to get more subscribers, to get people to spread the word about the Creative African Cooking channel. And I appreciate all your likes and comments so far. Love you all. Now find the transcripts for this recipe on my blog in ndudubyfafa.blogspot.com. I'll be leaving the link in the description box below, so do check that out. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter as Ndudu, so do pass by and say hi. Till next time, take care of you and thank you very much for watching.